So 1 to 6 months. At 1 month is a constant blur. You're constantly feeding, changing diapers, going to sleep. Within a few weeks, the baby will start to notice your face, your voice, the touch, little things you can't see up to like 8 to 12 inches with their face. So the 1 month milestone is just them getting to know you, a constant feeding, diapers, everything. You're getting to know your baby at this time, what they like, what they don't like. The eye contact is very important to make them feel safe and secure. To go outside is helpful. Cuddling with them, playing peekaboo, even though they can't really tell sentences by then. 3 month milestone, smiles. You're beginning to see smiles. Playtime, they're starting to babbling, making sounds, not words at all, but just sounds in general. They can lift their head and certain objects a little bit. Their arms are a little jerky. They're opening their mouths and closing them. Their coordination is a little off. Daily routine is very important. Constant attention. From 4 to 7 months, they're still smiling, laughing, babbling, conversations, their weight's getting up, they're understanding their name, understanding no, and peekaboo is very important to see their expressions and their reaction times. By 6 months, they're eating solid food and beginning to crawl and exploring. 7 to 12 months, they're very eager at exploring, crawling, they're sitting up on their own, they're grabbing about anything in sight that they see, so you have to baby-proof your entire place. Anywhere you go, you have to always pay attention. They might attempt their steps by this point, their first words, mama or daddy, or dada, or food, ball, anything. They're gesturing to what they want at this point, by not explaining words, but their expressions and their looks on their face. They're starting to pay attention to your words. They're using their fingers and hands better. They're grasping food better, objects. The baby at this point may experience separation anxiety, but you can fix that easily by not telling them, but by showing them that it's okay. Keep active with your baby. Pay attention to playtime. Pay attention all the time. Praise the good behavior that they do by saying yes or clapping their hands, because they realize that it's cool at that point to clap your hands and they did something great. But don't be too bad with bad behavior, because they can't understand why their bad behavior is bad. They're too young to understand the separation anxiety, but respect their separation anxiety. 13 to 24 months. By the second year, you have a toddler. You have a temper tantrum toddler. This toddler will grow more confident in themselves, and their feet will be great. They can walk a lot better. They're walking by themselves, climbing up the stairs and down the stairs. They're standing on their tippy toes. They're able to kick a ball. They can sometimes run. Their language and their skills are growing more. They understand more, say several words at once. They can pick up books and understand books. They can follow directions more easier. They can start identifying shapes and colors. They can draw themselves by scribbling on notebooks. They can start taking off and on their clothes, putting on shoes. They can eat by themselves, use forks or spoons. They play phone, and you can play back with them. That's fun. And by this point, they're toilet training, and that's very difficult. Be as patient as you can. They have all their different skills, and they think they're right. They're still they still have separation anxiety at this point, but it's beginning to peak and fade off, and they're beginning to understand that you always come back. By 24 months, they will become more confident in themselves and more comfortable with playing with others and growing independent by the day. Maybe they will become a little rebellious or defiant, but just fix that by giving them instructions. 25 to 36 months. By this, they're in preschool. Their imagination is going off. They are playing fantasy games. Sometimes they don't know the difference between reality and fantasy. Their speech is a lot clearer. Strangers can understand what they're saying. Their vocabulary is increasing. They're knowing hundreds of words by this point. They're in kindergarten. They're in preschool, but they're beginning to learn a lot more skills. They're able to draw a full circle. They can do puzzles. They're developing friendships. They may get a few imaginary friends. If they struggle with tantrums, their emotions are out of control and they don't know, but just show them that what they're doing is wrong. Playdates are important. Friendships are important. For them to understand how to resolve their problems are good, and showing them how to handle their problems are good. Handling their emotions are very important. They need to understand how to handle their emotions and not have tantrums. But by that, they should be fully developed, and their milestone stages should be complete, and they're still growing. By that, it's all good.